All right, welcome to Spurs Version TV's. Apologies for being late a bit because just got back from work and I am rushing down everything. It's the NLD. Everyone is excited. I hope everyone is going to have a good time today, right? Let's see what happens now, guys. I don't know, new manager bounce, right? Arsenal under pressure. Man City won yesterday. I guess we're all ready for this game. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are around the world. Let's get this game started, right? And we're all excited. We're all excited to see what happens. And of course, let's see who else are there in the chats. Maybe some people will be joining us. TJ said he might be joining us, but let's see what happens, right? At the moment now, let's get through the lineups. We got Vicario, Palhinha, VDV, Gray, Sarr, Gallagher, Xavi, Radu, Bissouma, Spence, and Kolo. That's our starting 11. On the bench, we got Austin, Souza, Olosesi, Williams, Barnett, Tell, Roswell, Wilson, Richie, and Solanke. Richie and Solanke is on the bench, right, today. Richie and Solanke is on the bench. That's the surprising thing for me at the moment. Let's see what happens now. We are going for this, right? We have to show up for this game. We have to want it more than Arsenal. We have to try to break away from that relegation pull that's pulling us down, right? I think West Ham drew yesterday, so now I think they're about 4 points off us at the moment. I'm not sure what happened to the the Nottingham Forest game, right? And I think Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest. So if we beat or at least get a point here, I to tell you, right? I predicted all along throughout the shows it's a Desmond 2-2, right? Hopefully we get a draw 2-2. If we win, right, I'll be ecstatic. If we lose, to tell the truth, it is what it is, right? But we go on and show a performance and make sure that we are up for it and not be a lame duck. You know, I don't want to say the foul word on the other side there. Hopefully now we can get that. Big up from guys at the stadium today, right? Hopefully he'll give us some good luck. Big up to Eva, man. Eva, let me know if you started yet because I'm still seeing Adebayo talking to some lady there in the stadium. Right, and I guess all is going well. Right, yeah, they're out. And for Eva Man, they're out, and I guess I'm still behind Eva Man. Right, let's see who's joining us now. All right, we got an Arsenal fan joining us now. Big up, Manny. This is going to be good, right, Manny?
Yeah, it should be. As always, I hope you got my message on WhatsApp where I wish you good luck in both Malay and Chinese.
Yes.
I never knew, I'll be honest with you, I never knew you were of Chinese ancestry, to be honest.
Yes, of course I'm from Chinese ancestry too. And to tell the truth, Malaysian, Muslim, Chinese. So I'm celebrating Chinese New Year and I'm also practicing Ramadan at the moment, right? And guys, right? Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak, and of course, a happy Chinese New Year to all you guys around the world who are celebrating Chinese New Year now, right? Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, right? And especially for the Spurs fans, right? Let's hope we get a big ang pao for this, right? Ang pao means a red packet with money inside.
Sake. I'm just taking a look at the Spurs lineup now, and I was talking to a few people. I mean, I want to say as well, big up to the Spurs analyst, by the way. I was in the chat for his show. And I remember saying that if you decide to put Palhinha in that back three or whatever, you're going to lose. Because Palhinha against Zubimendi would literally be a massacre. That guy is a tough tackler. He ended Boubacar Kamara's season when you clashed with Villa in the FA Cup. And so putting him in that back three, I mean, that's just a recipe for failure. I think he's got who's down that midfield. It looks like he's got Sarr and Bissouma in that midfield. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
And as far as we're concerned, he's put Saka back on the right wing. He's not playing in the 10 anymore. Our number 10 is back, Ebery Eze, the hat-trick hero. Timber is running on fumes, and I think he's only starting because Ben White is not even fit enough to make the bench. As usual, Zubimendi starting, but it should be Christian Norgard, or maybe Norgard will come off the price. I don't know. Trossard on the left, and Yoka is up front. And I'm going to say this right now. If we fail to win this game, that's it for our title hopes. And obviously we got Eva Man offering some, I think Chinese New Year, which is Xin Ning Kuai Le, I think is how you say Mandarin. And
恭喜發財啊 Eva Man 恭喜發財 hopefully we get some result here, right? And Mani will be not that happy, right? And we'll see whether they're going to bottle it again.
Yeah. Now, I hope you understand, like, see, at halftime, I'm actually going to go to an Arsenal Friends channel for a little halftime chat, but I will come back here in time for the second half. So you could say I'm sort of moonlighting in a way, or sort of flitting in between channels. And I was actually on a stream right now with an Arsenal fan, shout out to the level-headed Arsenal fan, Rashid, where we were talking about the starting 11. And one reason why I think you might have a chance, if you didn't pick such a poor lineup, I have to say, is because several of our players are running on fumes. I don't think there might be only 2 or 3 players in our starting lineup who are 100% fit right now, and that's what worries me. Now, please let me know if the game has started for you, because I see Spurs are kicking off first, or even Arsenal are kicking off first. No, it looks like Arsenal.
To tell the truth, right? I will be most probably be a few about 30 seconds behind you guys. Also, Eva Man will let me know when you're kicking off. I guess Manny will let me know when he's kicking off, right? To tell the truth, right, Manny, we don't have a choice, right? We only have about like 13 outfield players.
Just kicked off.
All right, you've kicked off. Eva Man's kicked off too, right? Big up Jens. Jens is in the chat too, right? And okay, Ivan, yeah, another Malaysian friend here. Let me see whether he's coming on. Yep, Ivan, can you hear me? Yeah, you're mute. Let's see. I'm not sure whether he's used to using this, right? But he's a Liverpool fan, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. All right, it's kicked off.
Yeah. So, Ivan, if you're listening, well done on that late win, and I think that keeps your chances of getting, Champions League football still there. You're doing better than Chelsea, and it could be a very tough fight between you, Manchester United, and Aston Villa for those final 2 Champions League spots. Having said that, we could end up having 5 spots because we should have 6 teams in the knockout stage of the Champions League. Newcastle literally are too good for those Azerbaijani contenders. But then having 6 teams in the Champions League, go ahead.
No, there's some kind of a. Have you got a fan blowing at you or something like that? There's some kind of wind kind of sound coming from your side of the mic.
Can you hear me now, though?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, that's hearing you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now it's better.
Yeah,
the sound is gone.
Yeah.
Yep,
because the problem is the reason why there's a fan is because over here in my neck of the woods, mosquitoes are a very big problem. And just taking a look now, we seem to have a lot more of the ball. I'm going to be very interested to see how well Palhinha does.
What time are you at now?
Oh, I couldn't tell you because I'm sitting far away from. 1 minute 45-ish seconds. Yeah, okay, 1 minute 47, 48.
Yep, you're for about 15 seconds ahead of me. Ewan should be about 30 seconds ahead of me, but no worry, guys. Right, we like it that way, right? All the delayed reactions coming in. All right, guys. Arsenal is going to control the ball. We steal it back. Spence out. Zavi gives it away. Oh, strong tackle from DDV. Spence. Yeah, Spence running up with the ball. Right, Spence looks strong coming up with the ball.
Yeah, I like Spence a lot. I really do. If he is used properly and to good effect, he will definitely be an asset. And I really do think he should be a part of Tommy Tuchel's squad for the World Cup.
Let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Spence still needs to polish up the end setup. He's still a bit rough on the edges, crossing wise and all that. If he can, sharpen his shots and goal scoring, chances that have been taken, right? Then he'll be an asset. But at the moment now, I don't think he's good enough for England. You must understand, England's got a lot of options on the right side of the pitch, right? If I'm not mistaken.
The right, but the left is probably where we're lacking a little bit. I mean, obviously there's going to be no Miles Lewis-Skelly. Nico O'Reilly could do a job there, but
what's going on here? So Gray is playing right back, right? And Spence playing left back. And Palhinha, Dragozin, Palhinha. Oh, Oh, okay. I saw that.
Yeah. It sort of morphed into a 3-5-2 with Palhinha as a right centre back, Van der Ven as the left centre back, Dragusin in the middle, Gray and Spencer the wing backs with Gallagher, Basuma, and Matassar in the midfield. So Kolo Muani and Xavi are your two strikers, as it were. And but so far, you know, we're having most of the possession. We probably should have scored. I don't know why we didn't, but. You know, I was still confident enough to predict a 2-1 win because, you know, we do seem to have this knack of being able to at least get ourselves up for this derby game. But
yeah. So it changes from a 5-3-2 to a 3-5-2 when we attack.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Gray and Spence are going to be your wing backs.
Oh, okay, Vicario. Okay, Vicario. No more bozo moments, Vicario. Oh.
No, I mean, like, that actually was a very good piece of thinking because if he hadn't have come out, you know, our player would have been through on goal. But I'm just going to see the highlights of that again. Raya once again with a long goal kick. Brilliant piece of attacking play. But that's the thing, like, see, a stronger player would have been able to take a chance to lob him, but just like Richarlison did with David Raya when you lot played us at the Emirates.
Bonjour, Manny. How many you're gonna put past us today? Yeah, we looked all over the place.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, like, we've got a striker, Victor Gyökeres, who apparently can't hit a horse's backside with a banjo at the moment. So if we can somehow scam 2 goals in a scummy, jammy, stinky 2-1 win, I'd be happy. But one thing I will say right now is that even though we're starting very well, we always fade. We started brilliantly against Wolves, scoring after the 4th minute, and then our manager, Lord Curtin, I should say, decided to sit back, allowed Wolves to, you know, get back at us.
No, Manny, to tell the truth, right? Your team are playing in 4 competitions, right? And this is considered nearly 2/3 of the season is gone, right? So fatigue is taking over. That's very obvious. You get what I'm saying? But your squad seems to be able to your squad is deep, right? You should know that, right? You nearly have 2 players in each position that can cover each other at the same quality, and the quality doesn't drop. The only thing is that I don't know, maybe players overall are getting tired in all 4 competitions. So
it's a lack of rotation. It's a lack of rotation. One of our players, of course, who should be getting more minutes is a chap by the name of Christian Norgard, Premiership proven, former Brentford captain, and yet,
he doesn't trust him.
Exactly. Now he plays Gyökeres, Norgard, for example, in the FA Cup games and some Champions League games. But in the Premiership, you expect him to be brought on for about 15 minutes or so to sort of calm the game down and just, you know, help the team shut up shop if you want to sit back on a 1-0 lead. But he doesn't even trust him. So why the hell would you want to boast about a big squad of players if you don't even have the damn decency to show players that you trust them?
Now the thing is, right, at the moment in time, right, Gyökeres needs, I think, a bit more time to get himself adapted to the Premier League. Maybe next season he'll be better, right? But then if you do bottle this, I don't think even Arteta will be here, but maybe a new manager will come in, or maybe he'll still be here. I don't know. For what I'm seeing now for the Spurs players, right, they are showing the effects of having a new manager, and this is not the new manager bounce. This is the new manager being a bit confused kind of scenario. The players, they don't look in sync, but okay, there's communication problems. Slow down. What's going on there? So there's technical issues and okay.
Well, I mean, he's frankly dropped the ball by asking Palhinha to drop back into the defense. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, that's just stupid. You can't do that.
No, but this is okay. That is Tudor's style. Yes, you know, he's sticking to the style that he plays. But come on, you do know that our players, the quality, they do lack a couple of levels of you guys. That's why I'm saying if today, right, you can't beat us, it's going to be on you guys. Yes, you know.
Of
And then
course,
that pressure is
absolutely.
going to build even more. If you beat us, not comfortably, but we show what call a fight, right? Then maybe we will accept it. But the thing is that if we lay back and get humped and pumped, right, 3, 4, 5 goals, right, then the fan base will be Hudo out from the first game. Yes, yeah. This is the risk that he came in and he should understand. So what the hell is going on now? Why the referees are right? Is there VAR? Why the refs have lost their cam or their mic or something, right? Or internet connection is not good enough. All right, guys. We always said that welcome to Levy or LevyNet. But he's no more here. Right. We have no other central defender. That's true. We don't even have another fit center back. Right. Danish international and actually lovely fella for Gunnar. Oh
yeah, he's talking about I mean, listen, I'm not too bothered about Gyökeres because, look, he has scored goals. He's shown that he can do it. He just needs to have a different system. And hopefully we'll get a new manager who will play to our players' strengths rather than trying to shoehorn them into playing the way he wants to play. And that would be stupid. But it's Norgard who I'm worried about. These are the types of games where you want to have Norgard coming in. And so what is the point of having a big squad if you aren't even going to trust some of the fringe players you have to help you in these crucial games? And these are crucial games. We were so far ahead of Manchester City. Now we're in a situation where, heaven forbid, if we lose this game, we will be 2 points ahead of them, but they'll have a game in hand. They overtake us. And if they smash us to smithereens at the Etihad, then that's it. The title race is over. I don't care what anyone says. So trust your squad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Jens is saying, right? The VAR is saying that Arsenal scored and Tottenham have to forfeit. And of course, Guy is in the stadium. Guy, let me know, man, if you can hear us. Right? What's going on? This is such a long delay. What's going on? What's the referee shaking his head about? And did you see Tudor giving instructions to VDV, Bissouma? All right, it's a different kind of style. Ooh, baby, I want to know why you're such a okay, yeah. Oh, okay, comms issue with ref, so they can't hear the ref at the moment. So that's the issue. Come on.
So I do vaguely, I do think I remember that. I do remember that tune for which Guy has that chant.
Really?
It goes like this. I don't want to sing though. I can't sing that, but I know the tune. And obviously, I've got my television on mute because I'm not going to, run the risk of, having you. Exactly.
Copyright.
But yeah. So I think I was actually on a stream with some Arsenal fans. Shout out to the level-headed Arsenal fan Rashid channel once again, by the way. We were talking about the starting lineup. We always have this thing where we come on about 1.5 hours before play starts to discuss the starting 11. And I think it's marginally the best starting 11 we could put out, although I don't want to see Zubimendi in that lineup. But Spurs' lineup now is so weak that there is merit to Jens's question, how many are we going to score today? And it could be only a matter of time before we do start scoring. I only hope that once we score, for our sake, not for your sake, that we don't sit back and allow you lot to come back in. But this team now will have a bad tendency to start very well and then just fade on. And there could be a potential opportunity here, but no, doesn't come to anything. Sorry for the spoiler, but you'll see it for yourself now.
All right. That means you scored. No, we scored.
No.
All right.
Yeah, but nothing really happened there. And that was a good piece of thinking. And I will say this, with Van de Ven being in the team, he actually knows how to organize a defense. Obviously, he's going to have his place in Tottenham folklore sealed because of that, goal line clearance in the Europa League final. But you saw that when Vicario made a decision to come out and stop that attack from going any further, I think it was both he and Dragusin who said, you know what, we've got to go back and stop this. And that's exactly how it happens. Van der Ven is probably one of those players one of the few players I could say who are genuine assets right now for your team. And if he ends up going, you're going to miss him a lot.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. We're Spurs. Football doesn't come first, but let's see whether we can put out a fight. And to tell you right, we are in a relegation battle. So at least we're putting a few touches together. We got control of the ball for a while. Possession. Guys, don't tell me we're going to have this like 97% to 3% of possession kind of scenario and we're at home. The fans ain't going to accept that. But why do we go? We always going sideways and backwards again.
Sideways and backwards, even at home. Sideways and backwards, even at home. Even at home.
Always.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, in some of our recent games, we performed no better. And there's a reason why there are a large number of Spurs YouTubers who call us the Red Tottenham, the spicy Spurs, if you will. So, I mean, obviously, being of South Indian blood, I do like my curries to be extra spicy. So if you can't eat your Madras or Vindaloo, let me have it. But it just goes to show that although we are rivals, we're not too different from one another. The only problem is in recent times, you've won a big trophy and we haven't. Yeah. And you've got a better European legacy than we do.
That's true. That's true. But you've won the Premier League. You've been invincible. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that is what standards do the fans want? Yes, it's not. I've been doing a couple of shows this week. I always been saying, right, Spurs has got this what called deluded pride, a pride that is deluded because we celebrate that we were in the finals of the Champions League and not win it, right? We celebrate and talk about being second and all that, right? And of course the top 4 trophy, right? Always winning the top 4 trophy. So our standards are low, bro. My standards is totally different. I guess it's like your standard too, right? You want to win the league, right? Come on, Spurs has not won the league in 60 over years. That's why I say, right? It doesn't matter much anymore. Right? If our fan base accept this and don't have that kind of standards, then it is what it is. They'll be all stuck in this scenario. But if you really want to push on, you really care that you want Spurs to win the Premier League or the Champions League, right? Then we have to show our dissatisfaction in a certain manner, right? And like for me, I'm in Malaysia.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you want to say.
You scored. Yeah. Oh. Nearly scored.
Yeah. No, but like, did you want to say anything else?
Oh, say no. The standards. Your fans have different standards. Our fans have different standards. All this, all it, right? But not all.
No.
But, bro.
No, but
do you know,
right?
How many Spurs fans, right, disrespect that cup that we just won, and that makes me so sad, right?
Absolutely. I mean, but let me tell you one thing right now. I keep saying that although we may be different, we're not too different. And let me tell you one thing. You talk about how yes, we've won the league, but all that credit that we had in the bank has long since dissipated because it's been 22 years, right? And, one thing I'm going to say right now about our fan base, and that ugly shot that was. I mean, Trossard this time. He used to be so good for us, but now he can't hit a barn door either. We need to get rid of him. Let him have a move to Saudi or, maybe go back to Belgium. I think after this World Cup, we might see the beginning of the end of his career anyway. But, look, it's been 22 years since we've won the league. We are a bunch of hypocrites who have the nerve to, criticize certain clubs for not being able to win trophies in several years. And yet we still go around shouting, is yours gold? Well, no, ours may not be gold, but we've won a lot more trophies more recently than you. So shut your mouth and stay in your lane, you absolute bottlers. And in fact, what saddens me about the chain of events that led to Ange Postecoglou being sacked is because that day, and I still watch that watch along, and I saw the joy in your eyes. You were almost crying tears of joy, it must be said. For that for those few days, you made us a laughing stock. You won a European trophy before Arteta did, before we did, and it's a trophy that we still haven't won.
Oh,
it's a trophy. No. It's a trophy that we still haven't won to this very day, and both of our European successes are now trophies that are defunct. And
Dennis Bergkamp, bro, you're a Spurs fan, and you went to Arsenal.
How can you be a Spurs fan and have the name of an Arsenal legend? But anyway, well, what I'm saying right now is that our standards right now aren't exactly, high, because yes, we want to win the league, but if we're serious about winning the league, we would be serious about demanding changes. Near the end of Arsene Wenger's reign, mind you, we were having fans carrying banners saying, merci pour les mémoires, Monsieur Wenger, but it is time to say au revoir, or something like that. And, we talk about having standards about wanting to win the league, and yet now in this season, we had our best opportunity of these last 4 seasons, and we're just mucking it completely up. So are we serious about wanting to win, or are we just serious about wanting Arteta to stay for as long as he wants because, he's restored the good feeling in the stadium? So even our standards aren't exactly high as a collective, I have to say. If our standards were high, we'd be saying, you know what, enough's enough. We need a new manager. Arteta's taken us as far as he can go. And so another example of our own hypocrisy is how we have the nerve to say, we're too good for the Europa League. Let Spurs enjoy their Europa League. No, we're not too good for the Europa League. Our European legacy is appalling. Yes, we reached the semi-finals of the Champions League last season. And of course, in 2006...
Manny, this game, right? You guys are... I don't... Somehow like that, right? I always see Spurs, right? When it comes to quality teams, right? They lack the intensity, the intelligence, the ball play, right? This
don't talk too soon. This is a good spell. This is a good spell you're having. This is a good spell you're having right now. Yeah. So listen, as I was saying, yes, we've reached the semis and the final of the Champions League in recent or not too recent seasons, but we haven't won it. And our European legacy is appalling. And we talk about how we're too good for that. No. Even under Wenger and Arteta, we failed to win that Europa League. And how dare we, as fans, talk down on, the success of other clubs when we've done nothing? This is why I despise many members of my own fan base too. What right do we have as Arsenal fans to look down on your success, calling it nothing but the repechage European trophy? No. It's still Europe's most prestigious, most prestigious.
I understand that, right? Arsenal fans looking down on our European trophy, I understand that. But our own fans looking down at that European trophy,
I know, and that is something that needs to change. That has to change.
So that's what I'm saying. So, our fans, right? Are they have deluded pride in sense, right?
No, but we're no less deluded, Eugene. We still have these delusions of grandeur, thinking that we are this amazing team in Europe because we qualified for the knockout stages, top of the group, unbeaten, and we started really well. We always forget that when it comes to these seasons, they're marathons and not sprints, and you've got to pace yourself until you get to the end of the line. And if you can't get to the end of the line after starting so well, then I'm sorry, but you're no different from a loser. You are a loser. It's as simple as that. And until we actually win something, all of our boasting and our pride and our own sense of arrogance that we have, that's what angers me most of all. And even this season, as well as we've been doing, the one reason why I'm wasn't eager to celebrate too soon is because I still had a form of, PTSD from seasons gone by. We either have, these delusions of grandeur, or we have PTSD. And for me, I like to think of myself as someone who's in the middle. But we know our history. We know about the recognition of patterns, and it's just disgusting the way our own fans behave. And I think there is a part of me that feels that maybe if you had finished higher that last season than 17th, maybe the fans would appreciate the European success a lot more. Because for what it's worth, you've gotten to the Champions League, you've got a cash inflow. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that, right? VDV said it, Ange said it, right? They threw the league games after they found out that they couldn't get relegated and put all the eggs into one basket. And the objective was to win the league, the Europa League, right? So if Ange has that kind of capability, right, to mentally build up a bunch of shitheads like these, right? Look at that. They are shit footballers, right? Right?
To win the trophy.
No, to win the trophy, he must have some kind of super mental power. You get over the boys.
Absolutely. I keep saying that. You know, my good friend Kenny Ken, shout out to him, by the way. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but you can catch him on Instagram and Twitter at KennyKen1972.
Yeah.
One of these days, you and he need to have a wonderful footballing conversation, because it would be like two old school fans who are drenched in the history. It would be wonderful to hear what you two would speak. And maybe if I have a channel, if we do a preview, I'm going to bring you two on and have you go at it, because you'll love each other's company. But he always says something profound. When it comes to the big games and the crunch moments, you've got to put your nuts on the table. And I don't mean going to Sainsbury's, buying a pack of walnuts or almonds and putting them on the kitchen table when you come home. No, you've literally got to show your nuts. Nuts meaning testicles. So you've got to show what you're made of. And more often than not, our fans don't do that. Our manager doesn't do that. But Ange, credit to him, he did that. And for me, yes, it would have been. I always, take that season and parallel that with Arteta's first full season after he won the FA Cup. That season, Eugen, we were disgusting. We couldn't buy a home win at one point. And at one point, after a pathetic home loss to Burnley, where Granit Xhaka got sent off for, putting his hand on a Burnley player's throat, we were 15th in the league and in serious danger of getting relegated. Thankfully, because of Emile Smith-Rowe and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who also were sent on their merry way, we avoided being sucked into a relegation battle. For what it's worth, we reached the Europa League semi-finals, and that was our best chance to, win a trophy and get European football the following season. Champions League, what a prize that would have been. But in the semi-final against Unai Emery's Villarreal, we soiled our underwear, we soiled the bed, none more so than in the second leg at the Emirates. All we needed was one goal to win the tie on away goals. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang hit the post twice. That idiot of a manager takes off our star striker and brings on Willian Borges. Result? We lose the tie 2-1 on aggregate. Villarreal go on to win the trophy, beating Manchester United in the final. And that season, we end up with absolutely nothing. That was the season when I decided, you know what? Well done on winning the FA Cup, but you're not the guy. You are not it. You're a coward.
Okay. All right.
And so, but then that's the thing. Arteta is a coward, but Ange at least epitomized what it meant when you say to dare is to do.
We get a free kick, right?
Yeah, you're getting a free kick right now. And a booking for Jurrien Timber. Lucky to be starting today because Ben White's not even on the bench. And so now we don't even have a fit right back. So we might have to bring on a midfielder to play in that right back role. Can you imagine now? But that's the thing. That is why I will always respect.
Manny, what are you talking about? You're talking to Spurs fan. What can I imagine that? Archie Gray, that right back. Think about it.
But then that's the thing. We're the spicy Spurs, the red Tottenham, you see. It's good for me because I like my Spurs. I don't like black food.
Okay, what is Xavi going to do, right? Is there a goal? I don't think there's a goal. If there's a goal, right? Manny will be like shouting like crazy, right?
No, I'm not going to say anything. No spoilers from me whenever there's a goal. I'm sorry. But that's the thing. I would sooner have more respect for someone like Ange, who had the balls to say, I always won the trophy in my second season, and this is an opportunity to do it. And it's not just a Tuppenny Happeny domestic cup, which doesn't even pay you diddly squat these days. It's a European trophy, Europe's second most prestigious trophy. That is something which puts your name in the record books forever, and people are going to look back on that campaign and say, what a great campaign it was. You bested Bodo Glimt over two legs, and Bodo Glimt are having a very good Champions League right now, mind you, beating some very fine teams. So I think And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop talking about the Aussie right now. I'm going to say this: his biggest legacy will be that the teams he's managed will never know just how great that things could have been with him until long after he's gone. And of course, in the words of Joni Mitchell, the great Canadian singer, Levy paved paradise, put up a parking lot, and there's no pink hotel, there's no boutique, and there's definitely no swinging hotspot.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat listening to my rant, you're welcome to tell me if you agree or disagree.
Yeah, guys. All right, now Arsenal's got back control of the ball.
It looks to me as though Tudor's trying to look for opportunities to, stop your attack and then, counter-attack. That's right. I just don't know if he's got the players who can do that. I mean, it's funny how you go ahead.
We got players who actually can do it, but the problem is that, right? They can't do it they can't do it consistently. You get what I'm saying? Saka is playing. I thought he's injured. All right.
No, he's not necessarily injured, but that fellow can't. He can't run now. His legs have gone away from him, quite literally.
Bukayo Saka can't run now.
You saw him in the second half against Wolves. Whenever he'd get the ball, the Wolves defenders just had to, jog back and they'd get the ball from him.
All right, TJ.
I can't hear you, man. There are people in the top, innit? I'm not gonna lie to you. If you could, there's many people in it, so that's why I haven't trained in it. But come on, you Spurs, man. We could win 2-1. I'm still saying it.
All right. Yeah, you believe, right? You believe you win 2-1. So we've conceded, right? TJ's right.
All right, cool. I'm gonna let you guys go because I can't hear you anyway. So I'll speak to you guys later. Sorry, I couldn't join. Right. I wanted to do the watching, but too many people. See you later.
All right.
Hey, 2 people is not too many. I think he just doesn't like me.
No, at the pub. There are too many people at the pub, so it's noisy. Yeah, he's at the number 8 or something like that.
But anyway, go ahead.
Now there are a lot of fans nowadays that don't want to go to the stadium, so they just go to the pubs outside of the stadium.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, why would I want to go to a stadium and spend a king's ransom on a halftime pint and a pie when I can, go to a nearby pub and have just as good a meal for a fraction of that cost? I mean, I know going to a stadium is an experience, and Guy obviously is enjoying it there. Maybe not the football so much, but, it is what it is. And I can tell you right now, the way people talk about the Emirates Stadium, I probably wouldn't want to go there and watch a game. There's not that much. It's plastic and it's artificial, and it will never compare to just how good Highbury Stadium was back in the day.
That's what I always say, right? Oh. I guess this is what I will consider this is a test for Tudor and the players, and and it's 1 as they scores.
Yep, and that was why he had to start today, and I'm glad he did.
I told you, right? The levels.
No, but now this is a sign. If Arteta is smart, he'll start Eze in the number 10 position for the remainder of the season. I don't want to see Havertz there. I don't want to see Odegaard there. I definitely don't want to see Bukayo Saka there.
Do you know? I don't know. Maybe this might turn out to be like Wolves again. You guys go ahead. And like you said, if fatigue comes in, don't forget, right? He's got Tel, Solanke, and Richie on the bench.
Oh, yeah. 3 strikers.
Yeah, I know.
Just, some poor defending there, really. And
the ball floated in. Look at that. Saka gets past.
Yeah. Well connected, really.
He gets 2 touches in the penalty, and nobody closes him down. Look at that. 2 touches. 1, 2.
Yeah.
And everybody's ball watching. Everyone's ball watching again.
Vicario doesn't really do himself any favors there. Should have made himself big. I mean, that's the thing about Vicario. Terrific at shot stopping, but because he's so light and so, wave-like, he doesn't really dominate his box that much. I'm old school that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll remember watching Pat Jennings play, who was a pioneer in that. And of course, I do remember the Norwegian Erik Torstvedt, who was probably another great keeper you had.
Yeah, I know. But nowadays we get, good shot stoppers, that's all.
Keep watching.
All right, guys, we're down 1-0.
No, keep watching.
And we steal the ball. Moani. Oh! Moani. Oh, dear. Moani.
It's the history of the Arsenal.
Oh.
Damn it.
Moani, at last, he scores. And
You know what? I had to shut my mouth. I was talking on my mate's stream saying that Moani still has PTSD from the World Cup final. And now he scores against us. And ironically, if we had Emi Martinez in goal, we don't concede that.
No. Wait. Right? We were shit, right? And all of a sudden, what did you do? You turned to shit too.
Yep.
No, these are what we call bozo moments here. All right, let's see what happens here. You give the ball away.
Decky, of all people. Not Kulusevski, Rice. Decky.
So this is showing a difference from Frank, right? We all know the difference from Frank. Right? At least the players are braver now. They've been given the authority to go and shoot. All they needed was just to shoot.
You never should have appointed Thomas Frank. Just another Graham Potter. I'm sorry to say.
Bro, he was the he was the third highest paid manager in the league. What kind? I don't know, man. Our board, Levy, he sucked, right? And I blame it on Levy. And guys, we are 1-1, right? So,
hey, listen,
okay.
I think we've got either the highest paid or the second highest paid manager in the league, and the only thing that's different between the two of us is that we're much higher in the league than you are. But at the end of the season, we both might end up winning the same thing. Nothing.
What do you mean that you're much higher in the league than we are? You're on top of the league. You kept saying, right?
You know that's going to change. I mean, we are higher in the league, but at the end of the season, we're winning nothing. We're not going far in the Champions League playing like this. The league you mean. Speaking of the Champions League, I've been meaning to ask you.
Wait. I'm going to ask you this, right? Did you buy any people in January?
Nope. We never do any business in January.
Oh, that's your downfall. You should get fresh legs in January.
Yeah, we need to do that, but we just don't. That's the problem. And we speak crap about Vicario, but as you're going to see, he's just earned his bread tonight. Brilliant save there. I think Saka's just onside. Receives the ball, poor defending, but great, stop there from Vicario. Now he makes himself exceptionally big, and Saka isn't able to put it away. But then, to be fair to Saka, he's lost his fitness, he's lost his confidence. If that were Eze, that probably would be at the back of the net. But give Vicario credit where it's due.
Saka, yeah.
Yeah.
And off him again.
Yeah. But good save from the Italian keeper. I think he'll probably be Donnarumma's number 2 at the World Cup. If Italy qualify, that is.
Italy hasn't qualified.
Nope, they're in the playoffs. They were in the same group as Norway, who have, of course, Holland and Odegaard.
Italy is a mind-boggling team, right? They are European champions. I think they were
European champions.
Were European champions. And they haven't qualified for the World Cup, right? In like two times in a row or something like that now. in our modern.
Yeah, they failed to qualify in 2018 and in 2022, and if they miss out in 2026, then I think quite a few of the veterans might be moved on and they'll have a new team. I don't even know if Donnarumma might be kept on. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Well, Archie Gray's got a bleeding nose. What happened? We suck at set pieces. We suck at set pieces, right?
Say whatever you want about Archie Gray. Yeah, but say whatever you want about Archie Gray as a footballer. He's got that, desire. He really wants to.
He puts in an effort. You know what I'm saying? And he's young. So let's see whether he builds up and becomes something good for us. My God,
and that's the thing. In Gray and Bergvall, you've got two players who should be the fulcrum of your side going forward.
All right, guys, says the stadium is on fire. Right, got smacked in the mouth by Gyökeres. Oh, okay.
The stadium's on fire. Arsenal fans are terrified. The stadium's on fire. Arsenal fans are terrified. The stadium's on fire. Arsenal fans are terrified. The stadium's on fire. Whoo!
Yeah. Unintentional. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I've been meaning to ask you. You secured your spot in the knockout stages a long time ago. Have you paid any attention to the draw and who you might be getting in the next round?
I don't know. I don't care, right? To tell the truth, it's Galatasaray, Juventus, A Madrid, or was it Club Brugge or something like that?
Ooh.
All right. Let's see what happens here. Oh, penalty?
No penalty, but take a look at what's happening next. Razor thin margins. And for once, Trossard gets it on target. Well, if it was a deflection, then that's good defending. But, Spurs are angry. Conceding that goal has made them angry.
It's like deflection from Bissouma.
Yeah.
Corner.
We should score now. Come on!
You suck at set pieces, right?
Well, to be fair, you're no different from a number of other teams in the Premiership. Yeah. So you're not confident about going far in the Champions League, are you?
We've got 13 players injured, bro. So I mean, we only have 13 players in the. I don't know how to say anymore. At the moment now, let's see what happens, right? Let's see who we get first. Then, if we can get past the round of 16, then maybe, I'll go on this delusional phase again, right? Like last season. But Champions League, totally different league, right? But I want to see the academy players come on. Does he have some kind of a brilliant plan there that, in the second half, if it's still 1-1, right, he'll bring on the three, Tell, Solanke and Richarlison. And whilst then you guys will be tired, right? Like I said, you guys got fatigue syndrome coming up.
Absolutely.
Even man, so how you doing, right? Yeah. The game's gone boring again. Arsenal I noticed this, right? In the first 20-30 minutes, that's for you. First 20-30 minutes, you guys were high intensity, crisp, quick movement and passes. And as time goes on, right, you're petering off. All right. Long throw time. Woo-hoo! That's it. Saka's having a pop at Spence, right? It won't end well, right? Really? Okay.
Yeah. By the way, that was Colomani's first ever Premier League goal, and what a game in which to score. Almost reminds you of Danny Rose, eh?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And we
So
get a
I have
corner.
checked it, and
we
yeah.
we get our first corner, mate. We get our first corner.
Yeah. So I have checked it, and you're right. You will be getting one of three clubs: Club Brugge, Atletico Madrid, or Galatasaray. Juventus are not coming back from that 3-goal deficit. And
hard to say, right? The 3 goes down against Bruges. Right?
no,
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray. Bruges and Madrid had a 3-3 draw. So I think Juventus literally have got a lot of problems, and I don't rate their goalkeeper Michel De Gregorio. I think Perrin, their understudy, is much better. And they can't even seem to form a team right now. They're going through problems. So it's Galatasaray or Madrid or Bruges, one of those 3 teams. So you're right.
But Madrid.
And I'll tell you one.
Right?
Huh?
Madrid?
No, it's 3-3 between Bruges and Madrid. No, it's 3-3. 3-3. And because there's no longer the away goals rule, it's all to play for at the Metropolitano. So I'll tell you what, if Bruges find a way to shock Madrid and send them out of the competition, I think Simeone will definitely be asked to leave, because Madrid aren't winning winning La Liga, and yeah.
Oh, at least we get some possession of the ball now.
I think, by the way, we're just into stoppage time, and there are 8 minutes due to that little muck up with the technology. So 8 minutes.
8 minutes stoppage time.
Yeah, 8 minutes for Spurs to hold on to this 1-1 draw. And I'll tell you what, if you hold on to this without conceding in stoppage time, I think you're going to be really fired up for the second half. We need to score. If we don't score, then that's it. We're sunk. Literally.
Oh, man, TJ could be correct, right? We could beat you guys 2-1.
If that happens, then that's it. No league title. City only need to win their extra game, and then they overtake us, and then they beat us at the Etihad, and that's it. It's all over by the shouting. And the worst part is, I'm actually worried that we might end up, fading away so badly that of all teams, Aston Villa or Manchester United could end up overtaking us.
Who else is there? It's you guys. I think Manchester United 1 game a week, they should be having a solid cry for that spot, right?
There's
should.
5
spots, right? There's 5 spots.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had a bit of a stumble against West Ham, and now they're up against David Moyes' Everton on tomorrow night. So we're going to see how that pans out. So, so at halftime, TJ can come back on and offer his thoughts. And I've got to go on to my mate's channel and, chew the fat with him. And then, and then I'll come back for the second.
We got 8 more minutes to go, bro. It's a long time in football. Anything happens.
Yes, but I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you that. And these 8 minutes, of course, we need Arsenal need to score in these 8 minutes. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult in that second half. I mean, credit to Tudor. He's not a very successful manager. He's only won a Croatian Cup with Hajduk Split back in the day. But
to tell the truth, to tell the truth, I don't care what Tudor is, right? Whether he's won cups or not, right? Tudor is here to be a stopgap manager. He's really been labeled an interim manager. So the only thing is that he needs to get a tune of these guys, right? At the moment, our defense is still suspect. We still can't. I don't see any clear patterns of play. It's always over the top.
I will say this, though. Your defending on the left has been very good. I mean, Spence has to be given his credit today. I know you say you've always wanted to. You wanted him to polish himself, but he has looked good. No, but what I'm saying is that he may not be a successful coach, but he was also a player, part of that Croatian team that reached the semi-finals in France '98. And he's the type of person who can definitely, put some steel into that team, into the team, and get them up for a fight. Frank was just too passive. He never should have been appointed by Spurs. But I think Tudor can do a good job for you. I think he can. And
Isn't there a foul?
trivia.
Isn't there a foul?
No. Not much in there. The
flick
VAR
out
will
of the
confirm
arm,
that.
right? No, but he tried to grab him with his arm at the back. It is what it is.
You'll see a lot of that going on around. The thing is, a bit of trivia is that Tudor and Antonio Conte were teammates at Juventus back in the day. So why Conte didn't dissuade him from taking this job, I will never know.
Wani, give the ball away. No, to tell the truth, right? You look at this, right? Our players are actually shit. I don't know what to say. We're level against you guys now. And look at that. You are just running through us. Free flow. But you guys make mistakes like the ball's too hard or the ball's too short, hits a Spurs player, bounce back to us. We're riding
This
our
could
luck,
be
bro.
interesting.
We're riding our luck. Look at that. We're playing around at the back.
Yeah. You play around with the back the way we press you. I mean, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, look at that. All right. We get it. Yeah. That's true. At least we're having a go. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. But the thing is that our defense is really suspect. Right? And the only way that we are attacking you guys is the ball over the top. We can't, there's no patterns of play coming out with the attack. Our defense, when you guys run at us, we leave so much space for you. Look at that. Well, this is understanding, right? The players just need, there's 5 at the back. We do play 5 at the back when we are defending. And Capia shoots. And you get another corner.
Yep, I'm watching that corner right now.
How much time is left? 8 minutes, 45,
can't-
53, 2 minutes more. About 2 minutes for you, right?
Yeah, around about that much, I think. Can't really see clearly from here, though. I think this might actually be the last chance of the half. And if we score, then that's it. We take that confidence into the second half.
Look at the Spurs fans cursing at the Declan Rice.
Yeah. I mean, in one of the previous, I think last year when we played, Ange was manager then, Declan Rice conceded a penalty.
Yeah.
And we somehow won 3-2.
Okay. We get a free kick. No, but when you guys attack, I don't know, we look lost, right? And we just hardly ever can actually create anything against you guys.
Yeah.
But at least it's still 1-1, right? That is the most important thing in the game. It's still 1-1. The psychological edge, right, for us is still there. We're at home, right? And look at that. We're going long ball and over the top. So I guess it's going to be somehow,
No, that's the thing. Like, see, whenever one of your players gets the ball, there are 2 of our players sort of double teaming him. So that's that press, which works brilliantly there. And that's why we end up somehow being able to do well in the midfield.
Gallagher loses the ball. I can't blame him, right? You got.
But here's the thing.
How do you get, right? How do you get two people on the ball all the time? It takes a lot of energy out of that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it is intense, and you do need to have some sense of some positional sense of where you need to be. But somehow we end up making it work. thankfully, we no longer have a situation where we're playing an inverted left back. But you know, because although we'd have control of the midfield, we'd be so weak defensively.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
We keep giving the ball away.
Yeah. Anyway, it's half time now, so I'm going to just drop out, but I will come back.
All
And
right.
so if your friend wants to come on and have his say, by all means, bring him on. But I will see you in 15 minutes.
Yeah. I know Simmons like missing, right? So what can I say? I might as well be wearing an Arsenal shirt, right? Money's gone off for a while. He'll come back again. Pathetic. That's what he says. Guys, I'm just going to go and get something to snack on, right? I'll be right back. So hang on in there. We're 1-1. Imagine, we're 1-1. Kulo Muani scores a goal, right? And he's not scored any goal for 6 months now. Guys, this could be an omen for us, right? And TJ could be right, right? TJ could be right, right? And if TJ is right, we win 2-1. Because I see, right? We have Tel, Solanke, and who else? Richie on the bench. We have a very attacking subs like waiting in what I call. Let's see what Tudor's gonna do. Right? I'll be back, guys. Right? Let's see what Tudor's gonna do. That's gonna be interesting. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, let's see what we're gonna do now. I'll get some dates here. Dates. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Right, we're 1-1. Are you happy? What do you think about the performances? I think we still look a bit, I call, off in defense. Still can't get much of anything going on in attack. We got quite solid. We got. How are we gonna get out of this? Is Tudor gonna be brave and not settle for a draw? Go out there and try to win the game? That's not a question, right? So I'm quite I call optimistic on it because we do have Solanke, Richie, and Tel on the bench, unless they're just there as fillers, right? Because Richie hasn't actually recovered from his injuries. All right. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? I know Jens not happy with Xavi. Yeah. He seems a bit right. All right. All right, guy. Hey man, I'm in the bar. Way too low to come on. Yeah. On the show. And the concourse is rocking. Yeah. 12 men. You guys in the stadium, a 12 man. Right? So must believe what TJ says is correct. We have to believe. If we believe that we can get this done, right? Form is out the window. This is a North London derby. We're going to have this manager bounce, right? But there are signs of our weaknesses in defense, right? They've cut us open a lot of times, but somehow or another, we're still in it for, still in the game. Let's hope that the second half performance is consistent like this, and let's hope they improve, right? As this go, 2 touch in the box. Look at that. No one. Our defending. What's wrong? Is it our focus? Or they're not quick enough? But what Moani did, he steals the ball from Rice and puts one into the net. And I think it's a good shot, hard and low, right? Maybe Tudor can get a tune out of him, right? Hey, Elias, hope you're well, right? Although we are behind, I feel like the team is putting up a good fight, at least. We are not behind. It's a draw, 1-1. So, I don't know. Mani says that he says that the Arsenal players are showing fatigue. Too many games, right? Too many games. As in terms of stats and stuff. Oh, yeah, I know. That's in terms of stats and all. Yeah, I understand. But the most important stat, right, is this stat. It's still 1-1. All right? You guys feel that we can actually get this done? Well, the stats, I guess our XG must be the last says, what is this? Tudor ball ain't that bad. Yeah, Tudor ball ain't that bad, right? And to tell the truth, he's just had these players for less than a week of training, understanding, right? And I think in the end, it's all in the mind, right? The mindset, how you're going to set up yourselves, get confidence, right, in your performances, right? And straight away, okay, TJ's here. Whether he's going to get back. All right, hold on.
Yo, my friend. I don't know if my audio is bad. I hope you can hear me. Is it okay, yeah? You can hear me, yeah? Perfect. I can hear you as well. I've got my earphones in. So you can talk.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's just don't mind my audio. It's proper busy in this pod. Every single
No, it's
time
good. It's
I've
good.
done a live stream. It's been quiet. Now it's proper loud, isn't it? This is the most I've seen, you know? But first half, man, we managed to look, we haven't been playing well. I wouldn't say we've been playing well, but we managed to actually get back in the game, which for me is a bonus. It's 1-1. I actually believe that we can win this match. We just have to keep this team compact. We can't make them get the second ball. For so many of them chances are half chances that Arsenal are facing. we need to cut out the half chances, in my opinion. And yeah, 1-1. 1-1. Amazing game, in my opinion. Amazing game. Look, a draw is a good result for Tottenham. I have to sit here and say a draw is a good result. A win is an amazing result, you know? So if we can keep this close, I think we can lead with some sort of point, especially the fact that Nottingham Forest dropped points for them. You know? What's your
Yeah, we
what,
need the
what
points. We need support. We need the points. My fear at the moment, right? All the weaknesses are all still there. We can see it. You get what I'm saying? How they cut the ball out, how the midfield is non-existent, to tell the truth, right? I don't even see them. They're more like defenders at the moment, right? And then we still give the ball away. So at the moment we are still, I guess we are riding on the luck a bit, but we need the luck, right? I don't care how is there, just long we get this over the line. And then I see on the bench, right, we've got Tell, Richarlison, and Solanke. And let's hope, right, he tries to win it and put them on, right? That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah,
Right?
you know what?
Right.
Now I was actually talking to a few of the fans in the pub, innit? Have you seen why Igor Tador has he changed anything to make you believe that we can stay up? Or is it a case of this is a North London derby, nothing has changed? This game you can't judge him on right now because right now it's a North London derby. Ball goes out the window, styles goes out the window. It's more of a battle. What I'm saying, I've actually seen a bit of a change in terms of how we try to build up. You know, we don't we don't attack through the flanks anymore. You know, we've been passing to Gabby Simmons, and in that midfield area, he's been passing it, having them half passes. Some of the passes he's done have not come off, but some of them have actually come off. You know, the way we scored that first goal, for example, it was Gabby Simmons that passed back, and then he weaved it out of that. I think it was to Papa Sarr. Then Papa Sarr went to, and then Papa Sarr pushed it to Colomani. Colomani managed to win it back, and then he scored. So I am seeing a change of style. It's just, is this change of style enough to keep us up? I want to know what you think.
To tell you, right? The change of style is one thing, but
Oh,
it's that
you broke
mentality.
your, you broke your fast, yeah? I'm breaking my fast right now as well. I haven't been eating nothing, so it's just a nice one.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right. TJ's making his
Mm,
fast now. All right, it's more or less it's time now. But no, do
yeah,
I see this right? Now I think it's a mentality thing. Because at least they feel that they're putting in an effort, right? And to get that one goal from Mwani, and we've been slating Mwani the whole season, and he's done this against Arsenal. Let's hope
yeah.
he can get more. It's a confident thing that's going in, right?
No, that's
And
good.
the mindset of not right afraid to
Mm,
lose, more that you want to
yeah,
win. You get what I'm saying? So I see that, and I do see the Arsenal players at the moment. They look fluid in their
they
attack,
do.
but we
I'm
are
enjoying
somehow
streaming.
able to cipher them. But the thing is that their tactic, right? When we get the ball, they more or less in midfield will always have two men going after one man. That's why we
Yeah,
keep losing the ball there. And if they can't keep that up, TJ, you understand? That takes a lot of energy. Every time someone gets the ball, someone has to run to two men mark that person. And when he loses ball to another person, that another person will go two men again. So it takes a lot of energy. And hopefully that plays into our hands, right? And let's see whether Trudeau can see that. And then we can capitalize on it.
yeah.
Once fatigue comes in, let's see what changes Arteta is going to make.
What changes?
Yes, sir.
100%. You're right. You're right. That's the whole point. It's what changes. You know what? Halftime will be interesting if we decide to sit back and we go for it. Because for me, um, if we can go for it, I think it will be a bonus. I would rate. You know, if Igor Tador decides to actually go for it, I will give him praise for his bravery, you know? Or he could easily set up and say, look, we're 1-1, let's keep it tight, let's not make no mistake, let's keep it going the way it's going. But yeah, okay, Eugene, as you know, I'm ahead of you. we're starting right now. So I'm gonna let you do your thing. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't stream in this. You know what? This has been the wildest. This has been the busiest it's been. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to set my camera up, and then I started thinking like, shit, like their people are gonna be like, you know, I don't have a problem, yeah. But like some people don't want to be in the camera. Some people do. It's quite hard to film right now. So right now I'm behind the
Yeah,
wall. I'm not even got the tripod. I'm holding the phone, and
yeah, I
it's
know.
facing me in it. You know. So
Yeah.
cool. All right. I'll see you later. Second half is
All right,
starting. Come on, you Spurs, man.
win this game.
Yeah.
All right, TJ. Thanks for coming on. The players on the pitch, right? For them, they've started. I guess Manny will be joining us soon. Right, he's on the other channel at the moment, or maybe he'll just stay there. All right, guys. Like I said, we have a chance here now, right? It's 1-1. It shows that our players our players are not that good, but they're not shit. At least they're putting in effort now. So who's gonna kick off? Is Spurs gonna kick off? Let's see how this go now. Spurs gonna kick off now. All right, Spurs gonna kick off. All right, why is there a delay again? Why do they keep delaying these things? Why can't they settle that comms issue earlier? What, he's gonna take off his pants? Bro, it's a £1 billion business, and you can't even get this correct. But the ref cam is good, right? Look at that. Check it out, the ref cam. All right, they're gonna start it now. Let me know you guys kicked off, because at least this is not going to go into injury time, right? Because the clock has not started. All right, Manny's back.
Just in time, I think.
Yeah. No, the thing is that we're waiting again, right? They're having communication issues again. All right.
Oh,
Right.
for heaven's sake.
Money. It's a billion, what? It's a multi-billion pound business, and they can't even get this right.
It's incompetence, but here's my theory. The Premier League bigwigs love the controversy more than the efficiency, which is why they won't, perfect their systems, which is why everything that's happening now is almost sadly par for the course more than what's expected. It's ridiculous. You won't see any of this nonsense happening in any of the other top leagues in Europe. Definitely not in Germany. I don't even think it would happen in Spain or Italy, for all of their controversies. Any changes to your side for the second half?
Nah, no changes.
None on my side either.
Yeah.
None. I think later on, Saka might be taken off for Martinelli. Madueke might replace Trossard. I'd like to see Norgard come on. And if Timber is flagging, then he might need to be replaced. So it'll probably be Declan Rice going back into defence, although that worries me because he was at fault for your equaliser. And then Norgard and Zubamendi seeing everything out. But even now, that just goes to show our squad is also thin. Does Arteta dare bring on Lewis Skelly in midfield?
You have what's his name? Jesus is still there?
Yep.
All right.
He might come on. Yeah. And of course, there's club captain himself, Martin Odegaard. We'll see what he does in this game if he comes on.
Why, has he been injured or he's been just dropped?
You could say it's a combination of both. I think he played against Wolves and had a hip issue, and then, whatever.
All right. And we still can't get the game started. Have you started?
Nope. I'm 15 seconds ahead of you. Even man would also tell you, oh, crikey, what's going on here?
I know. His underwear is too tight. That's why.
A wedgie.
It's the line.
Classic.
Linesman. It's the linesman's comms issues. Couldn't they settled it in halftime? What do you guys do, right? 15 minutes, right?
You're going to have to start spending money next season. It's the only way you'll become competitive again.
Yeah, I know. All right, kicked off.
Ooh, great start for you, potentially.
At least
Why are you sitting on the floor? Get up, you. Give me credit for the save, but get up.
Oh. All right. That shows some intent.
Yeah. Good save from the keeper. Oh, that's why he slipped and fell. It's a save you'd expect him to make, but good save nonetheless.
Yeah. You still have to save it, right? But it's a
Yeah.
good thing that
Connor.
we are shooting from outside the box, you know? Under frag, we don't see that.
Exactly. And, you know, that's how Aston Villa have done so well. And you'll remember when they beat you at the Tottenham Stadium, it was Emi Buendia who had that brilliantly taken winning goal.
Yeah. And here comes Arsenal. Saka puts it to the back post, off the back. Why didn't Rice take a shot? He hit it backwards. But you can see patterns of play, right? Through the wings, through the middle. Gyökeres! Oh.
And that's why he needs to be given a lot more service and confidence and respect. That's a striker.
Yeah. And no one was near him. No one was near him.
That's a brilliant start to the second half. Just what we wanted. And yeah, that is poor defending. You've got to close your man down.
Yep, Jens. Yeah.
And I also think that, you know, a much taller goalkeeper than Vicario saves that.
No, the pace. Look at that. The pace.
Yeah.
He gets a touch to it. It's just the pace.
Yeah, Gyökeres is a baller. And still people, you know, just discount him. He has had his share of bad games this season, but there is a player in him. And we need to make sure that we build our team with him. It's as simple as that. I don't want to see Gabby Jesus playing for us after this season. And yeah, now at least thankfully after losing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, we have a proper target man. But just knowing Arteta as much as I do, he'll probably suck the talent, the joy and the talent out of him. It's what Arteta does.
Yeah, you cursed it. Yeah, let's blame Guy. He cursed it. Don't worry, Guy. We've got Tel, Richie, and Solanke on the bench, right? Most probably in the last 15 minutes, he'll bring them all three on, and then we'll get the 2-2, right? I predicted the Desmond. Woohoo! 2-2.
I wouldn't be too cocky, pun intended, because obviously cockerel, but you know, if you can see the third, then that's it.
Yeah,
All hands on deck for Tottenham.
If you concede the third, right, we're going to get smacked.
And at least when you lost 4-1 at home to Chelsea, you know, it was kamikaze football, but you really gave it your all and you had the fans cheering you off at the end. This one, I don't think there'll be any, there'll be no applause.
No, it depends.
And mind you,
we still have time, you got to say that, right? Just don't the boys put up a performance, right? Just don't go backwards and sideways and say that. Social
well, it looks as Yep, this looks promising forward if Simmons can keep it in play. Well, sadly, all he can do is just send it straight to David Raya's arms.
No, but at least show some fight. Goes back to Archie. Paglini, good track tackle. Oh,
this is really good stuff now. And this is why Eze had to start. That's good goalkeeping there from Vicario, keeping the ball in play.
oh, look at Eze get off. Okay. Come on. Don't forget it's an 8-second rule, right? And we still keep playing the ball out of the back and we can't get out. All right, TJ will be fuming now, right? Like this.
Oh, this could be very promising. See how this develops.
I guess blocked. All right, here comes Simmons. What can Simmons do? He's running half the pitch. Do we look like we're counter-attacking? It looks a bit like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Rabbits and headlights. No, yes, it's just the gulf of the quality and understanding, right? This group of players have been playing a certain style of football, so they need to change that mindset and mentality and build on it. So
yeah, but further to that, I just want to ask you. I mean, what do you think of Conor Gallagher so far? How good has he been for you, lot?
I think he's okay. Not too
Question
bad.
answered. Ooh.
Can Gallagher get it? Yeah. Deflected. Come on, 1-0! 2-2.
No, wait. Keep watching.
VAR.
Oh, there should be no need for VAR. He's kept it in play. Possible offside, though, maybe? Or maybe a push in the back of Gabriel, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's a theatric dive. Barely touched the fella. Gabriel is nothing but a big crybaby. Gives it the big chest, sings when he's winning, but when he's, up against it and man. Huh?
Oh, disallowed. Yeah, you guys are gonna win the league, right? I think the powers, or maybe, let's see how it goes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if
it shows that we can put it in the back of the net, right? It shows that you guys are a bit shaky at the moment, right? Yen says, "How can you disallow a goal?" Right? You hardly touched him. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the ref VAR should have intervened and said no, and had that been the case, Gabriel could have been booked for simulation. Also, decidedly, I think there was a foul. There was an incident in the first half where apparently he, there was a tackle. It could have been called a foul. I don't know.
All right.
Clinton Morrison saying, no, that's a push, it's a foul, right decision to disallow it. Gary Neville saying the same thing.
Of course, they will all say the same thing. But it is what it is. Right? But it shows that we created a chance, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, this is going to be a very hard fought win if it stays this way, but it'll suit me just fine. I just want 3 points. I don't care how, any which way. But you've shown that there's enough in you to keep on going for the rest of the season.
Yeah. That's it, right? The performance. The putting in the tackles, the intensity, the mindset, right? All right. You got to make subs now. Any subs coming on? No. We're leaving too much space. Look at that.
Yeah. It looks as though Mosquera's coming on to replace Timber. So Mosquera will probably, so Mosquera will probably end up playing in right back while Saliba stays in the middle, or it could be the other way around. Declan Rice with the corner. Let's see if he can redeem himself for his part in your goal.
All right. Set piece. That's no specialty. Right. Why is Timber still standing on the side of the pitch?
No, he's going. He's exiting the pitch via the back of the goal.
All right. Good throw. See, at least we're moving faster. Look at that. Yes, not slowing things down. And now all of a sudden, all your planes are falling onto the ground. What is all that about?
And this is the thing, like now you see Gyökeres being more involved in the game, and it's wonderful to see. This is how good he can be, but he's not playing under the right manager. It's as simple as that.
You guys don't get the ball to him often enough.
You're telling me. Dominic Solanke. And I have to thank him really for those 2 goals you lot scored against City to help to draw that game. That was why I said thank you for helping us, but thanks goes to him.
Yeah, Saltro boy is coming on.
And great save there from Vicario. Saka once again not being able to finish his dinner.
Here we lose the ball again. 2-on-1 again.
Yeah, straight at him. More of a reflex save. Still had to make it.
1, 2.
The only problem is Gyökeres seems to be conceding too many fouls. He's got to be careful. Don't want him to get booked.
No, but at least you guys are still going for it, right? You're not sitting back. Oh, yeah, you guys only sit back when you're 2 goals up. You're forgetting. Okay, here comes.
No, we
Frankie.
sat back when we went 1-0 up against Wolves.
Really? Okay. No, but you're not sitting back now. At least he's learning, right?
Well, that's because he's now picked the right players.
Okay, it's done.
These are the players who have, you know, he has mistreated, and now they're saving his backside.
I told you, right? Our defense. Lose the ball in midfield.
Yeah.
We give the ball away again. Dragons didn't make
If it's any consolation, under Frank, this would have been an even bigger scoreline.
No, I don't. Consolation, right? Is we make stupid. No, that's why I keep saying, right? Our players are not smart enough. They don't. Archie Gray sets him up. No wonder. All right, what can we say?
And it's that man Eze again. You nearly signed him. We pinched him from you. He scored a hat-trick at the Emirates. He scored 2 tonight. You really must be sick of the sight of him.
Like I said, right? We had 1 week to close the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And Kai Havertz gets injured, and you guys sign him.
I mean, he was, of course, a boyhood Arsenal fan.
That's true.
Couldn't necessarily countenance joining his biggest rivals.
The thing is that if he wasn't going to join, right, then we had to focus our energy on somebody else, something else. And then we didn't even get anything like Eze. Right? I know we got Xavi, but Xavi looks lightweight because he's not Premier League, like you said, Premier League proven, right?
And that just goes to show how lucky Arteta is. You throw him into the river, he comes out with a trap in his mouth.
And we give the ball away again. Yeah, guy, yeah. Always him. All right, we're 3-1 down. To tell the truth, right? The first half, they didn't. Arsenal didn't take their chances. So second half they did. So this is where we are now. Right? Not a lot of.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask you how you rated Conor Gallagher. I think a lot of Aston Villa fans were, laughing, basically saying it's funny how Spurs were flexing that they were able to buy you were able to buy Conor Gallagher whilst they couldn't afford him, but for all intents and purposes, I don't think he's really set things alight.
No, the thing is that unless you're Messi or Ronaldo or something, right, then you can have a real big impact. If you put a good player with a bunch of shit players, right, what do you expect? You get what I'm saying?
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
Aston Villa have a better... Yeah.
I don't blame him.
It goes without saying, Aston Villa have a much better team, but they don't have the money. You've got all the money you want, in comparison at least, and you know how bad your team is right now.
Nah, that's based on our board, our ownership, right? The lack of ambition all these years. You get what I'm saying? That's why the thing is, I'm sad. When we won that trophy, we didn't build on it, right? We sacked the manager who won it. How are we going to build on something, right, which was won by someone else? That's why when Frank came in, right, he had a bunch of players whose heart were broken. 80% of the players, the first teamers there were, they were Ange players. You get what I'm saying? So when you break that kind of emotional tie between the manager that won the cup and bringing someone new, right? The players ain't gonna listen to him. The only thing all I can say now, let's hope that Tudor coming in, right, will take that memory away, right, and focus them that we are in a relegation battle, right? If we lose today, we are 4 points from West Ham. Okay, that's all I said. 4 points from West Ham, right?
So you are effectively binning talk of the Champions League, right?
Winning the Champions League. I don't know. To tell the truth, right? For Tudor, the more games he has, right, he can only do what he wants to do. Without actual games, without seeing what kind of players he has, right? For all you know, the next game, if you see these players are not good enough, he might need to put on the academy players, right?
Mm-hmm. And now Tudor brings on a striker, Richarlison.
Yeah, Solanke is on there. And to tell you the truth, if that goal was allowed, we'd be at 2-2.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, it was weak sauce really from Gabriel. I mean, it was barely. I mean, the pundits obviously saying it was right to be disallowed, but Gabriel was just weak. That was disgusting from him, really.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but things that's smart. Yes, that's part of your tools that you have, right, as a defender. If you feel a touch on your back, you just fall over. You get what I'm saying? And let's hope that the referee gives you the decision, and most of the time they do, right? That's why most of the pundits are saying that. All right, here comes Richie. What can Richie do? Oh, Mwani's going off.
Yeah, very harsh. He should have had a brace today. But, obviously he wants to have a bigger impact off the bench. I mean, Solanke could come on and do a job too,
Yeah, I know. But like I said, right, once you guys get 2-goal lead, you usually, how would you say, sit back. So I guess at the moment, it's up to us to do something.
You bet.
And not be bozos in the counter attack, because, right, you see, 2 goals up, you're not pressing two on one now. Saka gets the ball out. Spurs gets a throw in. Looks like you can't chip the ball over. Yeah, you guys are sitting back now, giving us possession. And we're going all the way back onto the right-hand side. He's rather going to do the long throw. No long throw.
A little battle there between the two Brazilians, Richarlison and Gabriel. We'll see what happens here. If I were Tudor, I would have brought him on earlier, because I think Mane might have, had a bit of a head loss after that disallowed goal.
Nah. All right, you got about another 20 more minutes to go, right? So what can we do? That is the question. That's it, right? Our players ain't that good. But they're not shit, right? We can't even get the ball out of you know. Trossard shoots. Look at that. Even with three at the back, right? We're also wide open, right? I'll be 50 next week. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be 50 next week. Yeah, happy birthday. Right, yeah. Spend 46. What? Okay. Hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah. Now I understand. Now I understand. Yeah, what to do, right? You've been watching Spurs for so long, but these bunch of players, yeah. But things that is our recruitment, right? That's the recruitment problem. We buy players with big transfer numbers, but pay them low wages, right? So now we know why. And the problem is that it is what it is. We ain't getting a new manager bounce from this game because this is Arsenal and they're top of the league. And they are top of the league for a reason, right? Because they're not shit. We are. This is what happens when you sack a manager that wins you a trophy. Karma is a bitch. It's going to bite you back. Right?
Yep.
So, Manny, you ready to win the league?
I will answer this question once April gets over.
April. Okay, you're going to wait into April. Oh,
And with all due respect,
Xavi.
it would have been a travesty if we didn't take anything from this game.
Yeah.
Quite simply.
No, this shows, right, why we are 16. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Right. We are 16 because the club has allowed us to be 16, right? So, and I think the club doesn't understand the human factor of football. It's all about numbers and, money and, right? Sustainability. Sustainability, of course, is important, right? You don't want a club to go bankrupt, right? But we didn't sign any players for 3 transfer windows during Poch's reign. So this is, showing now, right? Kane and Son carried us for about 5 to 6 years, right? So that papered over the cracks. So I guess whoever comes in now, I think for Tudor, I don't think he'll be long term. He'll try to do his job here. If we don't get relegated, I think Poch will come back. That's what they plan, right? But if we get relegated, would Poch come back to a relegated Spurs? That's all I'm gonna say, right?
No, absolutely.
Now
I seriously don't. Go ahead.
My only hope is right. Are there more shittier teams than us that we can actually get a result from? That's all. You see? No, our defense still in shambles, right? Okay. Do I blame the new manager that's come in? He is now witnessing our weaknesses at its most, what I call, clearest, because we are playing against the best team in the league now. You guys are the best team in the league, right? Defensively, attackingly, right? And you're top of the league. That's why you're there. So he will know his levels. You get what I'm saying? So he must know how to choose his battles, right? And to tell the truth, plus Champions League coming on, right? Can we get at least 12 points, 10 points, 11 points to be at 40, 41? Right? Richarlison can't shoot for shit. He's got pussy. Yeah, he's got pillow foot. You see, we get the
Okay.
ball, right? We get the ball and we don't have any intention.
So we've got a double substitution. Eze going off for
Yeah.
Odegaard, so no hat trick for him, and Martinelli coming on for Trossard. If Arteta has any sense, he'll take Saka off too. But the worst part is, it would mean bringing on Noni Madueke.
Imagine Madueke, right? Our ex-academy player.
And this is disgusting from Arteta. Eze deserved a hat trick today. Well, what can you do? He's got to reintegrate his favourites.
Of course. Yeah. He needs to rotate. If you have quality to match the quality, right, and you're 2 goals up, why overplay them? You know, Spurs, right? Oh, what is that blue flag?
Yeah, something's thrown onto the field there. Disgusting stuff.
Why blue? Then how did they get past security? Right. And I have not seen that in an EPL game in such a long time, bro.
I haven't seen that in an EPL game, full stop.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, you haven't seen it. I remember way back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We're going down. Yeah, even man, it looks like it. Right? It looks like it. But like I said, right, to honestly, when they made this move, sacking Frank, right, before this North London derby, bringing on Tudor, right, all I can say, right, for Tudor, right, we can't judge him on this game because this is his first game, right? I mean, not judge him. We can't judge him, but we can't blame him. Yes, sir. I can't blame him too much, right? All right.
I'm just taking a look at the table right now, and you know, for what it's worth, Forest and West Ham are still at least marginally worse than you lot. So, but you are in a very poor run of form.
And the run of games that we have, right? Next coming up will be Liverpool, Fulham, and a couple of European games, right? No, but one thing I've seen the difference is at least we are moving forward. Yes, sir. Much quicker. And we don't shoot enough. We don't create enough opportunities to shoot. And when we get opportunities, we don't shoot. And the stats of we having only 3 touches of the ball inside your penalty area, right, shows our glaring offensive weakness. I don't know what to say anymore. All right, 10 more minutes to go. We can't blame him because we don't have any good players. Yeah, it shows, right, Eva? And to tell you, of course, it shows, right? We're playing against Arsenal, top of the league. Best defense, right? The fact that Bissouma and Xavi have stayed on so long shows how little we have on the bench. Yep. Yep, of course, yeah. Yes. Right. The injuries that we have. Decky, Bentancur, Madison. Like he was saying, right? He only has 13 fit senior players to choose from. Can't blame him that much. Right. And I've been saying that this game was most probably we had to write it off. Right. Focus on the other games.
Yeah, you won't believe some of the tweets that are being written. I got a good friend of mine who says, now that Odegaard's on, just watch as Spurs score 3 goals and beat us 4-3. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
No, I don't think so. We ain't that good. If Kane and Son were here, yeah. Yes, sir.
Looking at that disallowed goal, that dive was so theatrical, it was disgusting.
Yeah, of course it was. Right. It is what it is, right? So all right, he's taking off Palinia for Tell. See, so now we have Tell, Richardson, Solanke on. But things that we need to create.
Well, you got all the firepower you want up front from the looks of it.
I haven't created enough. Defense totally in a shambles. Maybe it's a new style of football for them to understand, right? Movement seems a bit better. Intent a bit better. But still not good enough. But will it be good enough to keep us up? And we keep trying to play it out from the back. And we don't have the capability of doing it. You guys are straight on to us. The press is on. Here comes Tell. What can Tell do? All right. Mosquera pushes it out. Going on 84th minute now. I don't think there'll be much.
Ooh.
All right, Solanke gets the ball.
Keep watching, keep watching.
Here comes
It's not over.
Spence. Nah. Didn't go over the line. Corner. Nah, come on. Richardson tried to backheel it in, right? So I didn't go over the line. Huh. Hold on. There's shirt tugging.
Yeah, they're retaking the corner.
Yeah. What can you do in a set play? I don't think much. Because you guys know how to defend. Who's sticking in the corner? Zavi sticking in the corner. Yeah. Too far out. 5 more minutes of normal time to play. I got a free kick. They look out for the send. Four more minutes or so. 3 more minutes or so. And the game is over. 3-1. I know. If we made it 3-2, then it would be a bit more, acceptable. But now, of course, being a Spurs fan, I'm going to be angry with the scoreline. Right? I'm going to be angry with the players. Right? What's the guy saying here? We've run out of steam. Yeah. No subs. Yeah. That's true too. Right? That's true too. Why don't we bring on some youngsters, right? Since we're really down 3-1. Tell can't get it out. Yeah. Wolves can get a draw and we can't even do that. I know. I'm not sure whether we're going to play Wolves again. That'll be an interesting game. The relegation battle, 6-pointer. I know you're going to play Forest again. All right. Yeah, 3-1 down, guys. You're going to get it forward. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, at Eva, in it, we are shit, right? I'm switching to bourbon. All right, what were you drinking earlier? And brings Zavi down. What? The free kick's gone the other way? That's a weird thing.
No, Simmons got the ball first. And Saka sent it tumbling. More minutes of stoppage time added to the clock.
All right, Saka goes up. Diving press. Yeah. Now it looks like his ankle's twisted. And Tuchel is watching.
Now Madueke comes on. It looks as though Saka will be taken off.
At last, right? Why didn't he take him off earlier, right? All right. He's okay. Now the Madueke is gonna come on. There's 7 minutes now. All right. There's 7 minutes for us to get something, right?
Well, you're certainly not going to get a point the way things are going, but stranger things have happened.
I know. If we get our second goal, right, then maybe there's something to look at, right? No, at least we get a second goal and show some fight, right? Can Xavi do it? So Libya just kicks it out. You guys don't even hold the ball. There's 7 minutes, right? No way. Man says, no way we're going to draw this game. I know you are. Just being a bit deluded at the moment of time, right? Yeah, Evans. Yeah, 2:30 a.m. in Hong Kong too, right? Yeah. We can't even get the ball passed over. Hey, your mom.
No, that's my sister.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No,
Has
it's
a
okay.
habit of popping in when unexpected.
No, it's good to see you, family. Right. All right. 7 minutes more. Oh, sorry. Another 4 more minutes or so. The weird thing is, right, you will come to teams like us, right? Considered one of the bigger teams, even though we are like 16 or 17, right? Yeah, US says no one can help us. Right? Yeah, no one can help us. I know. Now let's see, right? Just as long as we don't get relegated either. That's all I'm gonna say. Right. Four more minutes, US says.
He comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice.
4, yeah.
But that's the thing. Knowing us, we'll turn up for games like this because it's a question of prestige. Or when we have to make it personal. But if we show this level of seriousness and intensity for every single game, we win. And it's 2 players that this so-called manager has ostracized this season that have gotten the goals, Eze and Gyökeres.
Yeah. Maybe that was his intention all the while, right? Save them and bring them out in the last few laps.
No. I'm not going to give him any sort of credit. No credit.
Pathetic. Yeah. Jens is angry. Same old shit. Yeah. Different day. Yeah. So weak. Yeah. But was great. Great. We gave the ball away again. Simple as that. We had to learn the basics of football, right? We had to go back to the basics, right? We are crap. And of course, right, this manager has to take poison chalice. Most of every manager's come to Spurs is a poison chalice, apart from Ange Postecoglou, where he won us a trophy. But still, it was a poison chalice. He got sacked. All right, guys, it is what it is. We're down 4-1 again. Same result from the Emirates, right? Now it's at home. 7 minutes conceding in injury time instead of scoring. Another bozo moment. We have too many bozo moments, and it is, and like what Ange used to say, well, that's who we are, mate. That's who we are, mate. At the moment, that's who we are. Don't think
and that's the thing. At least under Ange, some of the football you played was absolutely scintillating. I still remember that North London derby with the Emirates where you drew 2-2. Maddison and Son were the scorers. You know, that was a case of really what could have been, and you were looking really, really good. I think Ange now needs to learn the hard way that sometimes he has to, have a little bit more in terms of balance. But I'm going to tell you right now, again, you just don't know how good you have it until you no longer have it.
They're singing sack in the morning again. Who is singing it? Is it away fans singing it? Because most of the home fans have left the stadium. We always find ourselves pinned in. And then we put the ball up over the top, and then we can't get control again. We get pinned in again. We have to find a way to get out of this kind of funk that we're in. I think the away fans are singing now. There's no support. Oh, straight at. All right, we're past the 7-minute line. What else can I say? Anything else to say? Game over? Money? You man?
Yep, it's over.
It's over. We've lost 4-1. Last words, Money, before we end the show. What else is there to say?
Nothing much else, really. Just a case of saying that Tudor really has a lot of work to do. And, all I can say is good luck to you for the rest of the season. Simple as that.
We need it.
You should avoid getting relegated, but
you never know.
You've got to work a bit harder. Has to be said.
That's true. All right, guys. Arsenal's beaten Spurs 4-1. We've lost at home again. What's new? Nothing's much new. We do know our levels, right? We are not as high as Arsenal. And Arsenal are showing their championship pedigree. What else can I say? I'm a Spurs fan. Yeah, Mani's a good friend, right? I wish you best of luck in your endeavors, right? Trying to win that title. And for me as a Spurs fan, it is what it is. That's who we are, mate. We have done stupid things throughout, our club has been doing. It is what it is, right? So all I can say now is take care. Come on, you Spurs. Our next game ain't going to be any easier. Take care.